I'm Jennifer Ashley Tepper, the Creative and Programming Director at FEINSTEIN'S 54 Below, and I'm here with a bunch of the amazing writers in our new Writers at 54 series happening this July and August. Check it out, 54below.com/new writers. Now I'm going to go around and talk to these amazing people about what they're writing, what you can expect from their concerts at 54 Below, and just learn more about them. So why don't we just go around first and introduce yourself to the camera, tell us one fun thing about you, and then when your concert is. Let's start with you, Ben.
Oh boy. My name is Ben Chavez. I'm a composer. I love lobster bisque. And that was just the first thing.
Fun facts about food are welcome. That's great.
So that's it. And with oyster crackers in it. And what was the other thing?
When is your concert?
Our concert is August 27th.
I'm YIANNI Papadimos. I'm Ben's writing partner. I'm a book writer and lyricist. A fun fact about me is that I drove a white Jeep Cherokee in high school.
That's fun.
Actually, I just panicked. It was a Jeep Liberty. It was a Jeep Liberty. I forgot that for a second. And
you will not know what to expect in our concert because now I have no idea what to expect.
Exactly. The truth, who knows? August 27th as well.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Mott. I'm a composer and lyricist, and my concert is Saturday, August 19th at 7 p.m. and it is a concert, the premiere concert version of my musical In the Light. And fun fact about me is that I'm a crazy child.
Crazy.
I'm Gordon Leary. My collaborator Julia Meinwald and I have our concert on Sunday, July 30th at 7 p.m. My fun fact is also my embarrassing fact that I always do in like this ice-breaking, which is that I have seen every single episode of every city of Real Housewives in the U.S.
Oh my God.
I haven't branched out internationally, but it's...
That's
I'm learning
wild.
to be proud of it.
That is
I'm
wild.
learning to be proud of it.
Gordon and Julia's concert is the first one in the series, so they're going to kick it off. You might learn some more things about housewives. You might not.
There are no housewives.
Spoilers, sorry.
Your favorite city is?
Oh gosh. Right now, probably Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We can be friends. My name is Troy Anthony, and my writing partner Zakaria and I are doing a concert version of our show The River Is Me on August 15th at 9:30. And an interesting fact about me, I'm from Kentucky, and I claim to make the best cornbread in the country.
Your concert.
No. I will not be on the video.
This whole side of the table is absent of collaborators, so you're seeing one half of a lot of really wonderful writing teams on this side. Fun fact.
Hi, I'm Jacob Yandura. I'm a composer, and my collaborator Rebecca Milosic, who isn't here. We have a concert on Monday, August 28th at 9:30. We're just doing a bunch of songbook songs that we've had, some cuts, some new stuff, and premiering a lot of new music from our show, The Coup. Weird fact, I brush my teeth like 5 times a day.
So that's a good fact.
I probably shouldn't do that, but
No, it's probably fine.
but
I don't
I'm
know.
just some very like I need to feel clean.
You're a dentist. Come to 54 Below. So all of you guys are working with amazing directors, amazing performers. There's so many wonderful people that are working on these concerts with you. Tell us one thing in any order that you're most excited about, whether it's a performer singing a song for the first time, some new material you're premiering, anything. Tell us something that you are most excited about that you think the audience will be happy to see at the concert.
Speak up.
And speak up. Speak loudly and proudly. That was a note from our marketing guru, Ali Blitzen, behind the camera. So we're going to speak loudly, which is something I don't normally have trouble with.
Find the resonance in the mask. I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm excited because I like big, sweeping orchestral music. And we're doing this concert with a 9-piece orchestra.
Wow.
And my mentor, who's my idol and amazing, his name is Kim Scharnberg, he's orchestrating it, and he's orchestrating the musical, and he orchestrated Jekyll and Hyde, and Scarlet Pimpernel, and Little Women, And when I told him about this, and I said, you know, he said, how many pieces would you want? And I said, like, I don't know, the show should have like 18. He was like, well, we'll do 9, and we'll give a good sense of half so people can really kind of hear what it should be. And I was like, 9, okay, that's bigger than most shows. We will go bankrupt, but great, let's do it.
Cool, that's exciting.
I'm excited for that.
I'm also excited to hear a full band. We our new show, The Coup, it's post climate change in the future, rock, like neoclassical rock opera, and so it's like Led Zeppelin, meets Wagner, like weird stuff. But I've been writing on the piano, so to hear with a full band and to hear that realized is really exciting. So to get some synth stuff in there.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited.
I'll go. I'm excited because all the music that we're doing has only lived like in my voice and on my fingers and with Sakari, and so just hearing like other people bring their own like flavor and spin to the music will be interesting. And then our collaborators are just dope people. Darius Smith is the music director, and he always brings new life to anything that I've written or anything I've heard him music direct. So I'm just excited to hear how that lives.
I also just realized everyone on the side of the table has an invisible female collaborator.
funny.
That's cool too, fun fact.
We should have brought like pictures and just have them here.
Yeah, they're doing cool things. They'll be here later.
That makes it less growing.
Yeah. This is the bro edition of the new writers video, but there's some great females here in spirit for sure.
I'm excited because we are actually doing little sets from 3 different of our new musicals. And each of those sets is going to have its own little cast, which means we're creeping up to having 20 singers right now, which is going to be crazy, but very fun. We get to bring in all sorts of people we love, so
Cool.
it's fun.
And again, you guys watching, you can check out 54below.com/new writers to check out the full casts of a lot of these shows. Really amazing, like Broadway actors, singers, amazing people.
I would say I'm really excited because we're working on a new show called Elysium, and we labbed and workshopped and performed that in Ohio, and so it'll actually be sort of like the New York premiere of a lot of these songs. And so I'm excited to sort of put it in front of our home audience because we've played in front of a lot of unfamiliar audiences, which has been very exciting and interesting. It's going to be good to premiere this year.
Cool.
We're in Ohio.
We're at Ohio Northern University.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, what part?
Toledo.
Oh my, I'm from Columbus, that area.
Oh my god, what suburb?
Dublin.
Wait, so my parents moved to Dublin
Really?
for 4 years when I was in college, yeah.
Oh my
And I
This
lived-
video ends up with you guys discovering your cousin.
On the streets of Dublin.
Are you Greek?
No, but check.
I lifeguarded.
That's amazing.
I lifeguarded at the Lifetime on Sawmill.
Oh my god,
2
I
years, yeah.
went there.
There you go. I probably almost had to save your life at one point.
That's
Yeah,
how you probably did.
Yeah, those water slides.
That's funny.
That's amazing.
That's funny.
Musicals.
Musicals. No, we got to workshop it there. That was really cool. But we're excited to bring it here, and I'm excited for. In our show, we actually we have a performer named Molly Joe, who she is currently in Waitress. But it's crazy because she played Violet when we were at NYU, and we were freshmen. She was junior, sophomore. She was ahead of us. We got to see her in that role, and then like kind of watch her career move and take flight in a really cool way. And like we were like, hey, do you want to do this thing with us? She's like, yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, and it's like a really cool kind of look where you went, and now look what you're doing. That's awesome. I'm really excited about that.
That's so cool. So what's one thing that's inspired you in the last year, whether it's like a show or a TV show or a food or anything, something that's inspired you guys?
Like in our writing.
Yeah, just in writing or in life. You want to go first, Jacob?
He's gonna hate me for this. My boyfriend
Aww.
has inspired me. He's running his own company and doing stuff, and I look up to him every day. And I don't know, it's really exciting. I'm really proud of him. And it's like a new thing in my life. And it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now everyone feels like they're
Actually, what has inspired me big time, and this is kind of a shout out, is the students at Ohio Northern University. because they are in sort of this rural area in the middle of nowhere. We brought this new show to them. We chucked it at them. They had to learn so much music, and they just did it so graciously and so kindly and with such raw brilliance that they made our work better than I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
So hey guys.
Tell us more about what the musical is about that we're going to be hearing something from.
It's a story about this family, as musicals are. It's a story about this young man dealing with his sexuality in rural Ohio, which is like why we were so pumped to be able to do it there, because it got to like really be forged in that fire of that community in that area. But we kind of see this timeline of him and his coming out and how it didn't go very well, and then we also start seeing his sisters several years later kind of putting together pieces of what had happened. I don't want to give too much away, but
Come see the show.
come see the show. Is there something I missed? No.
Lots of family drama.
Yeah.
Inspirations?
I recently read the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and that actually changed my life because she talks a lot about being creative today versus being creative back in the day, I guess. And she talks a lot about pressure creators have to either make money from your art or when people say, that was a success, that was a failure, and calling the creator a genius rather than having a genius.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really opened my eyes and made me see creativity differently. And she talks about ways to approach creating and how to draw the inspiration towards you. It really knocked my socks off, and it's made me approach my writing differently and creating in general differently, and it's so much more freeing. Yeah, check out that.
I've been sitting here thinking, can I really say this? But I actually think the election has been really, if not inspiring, really motivating.
Sure.
Because I think that the musicals that Julia and I write are all about empathy, and that's like a big thing that we are interested in talking about and seeing on stage. And I think that it has been really interesting as a writer to look at everything post November 9th and everything we've written and understand where it fits in a larger dialogue, even things that seem a little tangential or don't seem as political. The world is different, and I think that it's been really interesting and useful to think about the ways in which we can engage.
I think similarly, I'm, if not inspired, just like called to action by all the things happening, especially like the deaths of young people of color, and like the lack of justice for their deaths. The River's Me is actually about a little boy who is 14 and he travels from Chicago to Mississippi in 1955, and he's like in love with comic books, and he makes up this superhero called Captain Hydro that he tries to convince all the people in Money, Mississippi is like the best thing in the world. He like falls in love with this little girl, and then to impress her, he whistles at a white woman and is then like taken by the woman's husband and lynched. And in our story, he's rolled into the river, and instead of dying, he comes back to life as a superhero that he always imagined, and goes on a quest to save his mother. So, and I just feel like that took place in 1955, but I think that story is almost universal in a way that makes me just want to keep writing.
So a lot of you have talked a bit about some of the musicals you're working on that we're going to hear something from at the concerts. Can you tell our audience out there a little bit more about one musical you're working on and about what first sparked you to write it? Maybe something that they're going to hear from the concert, maybe something brand new, anything like that.
I will say the musical that I've wanted to write since I was 17 is something that Julie and I just started writing in the last year. It's called The Magnificent Seven, and it is about the 1996 U.S. Women's Olympic Gymnastics team.
Cool.
I say that Carrie Strug's kind of final triumphant gold-winning vault is one of the most dramatic things I've ever witnessed in my life. And I've always wanted to write about it, and we're having fun, kind of discovering the humanity behind them and the politics surrounding all of it. And yeah, I'm excited to get to finally write it 18 years later.
Cool. Musicals take a long time.
Very long.
That's the theme of our lives.
We're writing the show. It's an absurdist piece. It's called Coup, or You and Me and the Piano. And this is the post-climate change, way in the future. And it's about a fascist dictator, his mistress being overthrown by the people. But he's an artist, and we thought, like, what would happen if an artist ran the country? So, it's definitely has taken on a new thing after the election, and it's the hardest thing we've ever written, and I think I'm the most proud of what we've done so far. And we did a 2-year residency at Ars Nova and sort of have created the show in that space. And what inspired the show was this fascist dictator, pre-Mussolini, this Italian guy named Gabriele D'Annunzio. And so we just thought, how fascinating would that be? But not to do like a biography. It's like, no one knows who he is. But we created this whole fictional world, and it's been super fun. So we're going to hear a lot of that. We're going to present the opening number, which is essentially the first act. It's like 30 minutes. So and that number inspired the rest of the structure for the show. And so they're like 3 mini one-acts, and all sung through. And so it's fun. I'm really excited about that.
Well, like you were just saying, musicals take forever to write, and what first inspired me, I actually started writing this show, the seed of this show, when I was 17.
Wow.
Just turned 32. And I was very inspired by shows like Secret Garden and Ragtime, Titanic and Jekyll and Hyde, those big sweeping musicals. And I started originally writing with a friend from high school, Faustus, and it was inspired by Faust. And I mean, things take so long, and you go through so many changes and collaborators and blah blah blah. And my current collaborator, Nathan, who wrote the book, is we've been working on this for about 2.5, 3 years, and we did an out of town in Utah last fall for like 5 weeks, and those kids it was so inspiring to see that come to life. And this is the first time we're doing it in concert now, and it's a new title, and it's really a completely different show than it ever was. But the seed started then. And so I was always inspired by those big sweeping shows, and it's exciting for me because Miss Saigon just came back, and it's glorious and epic, and that's the kind of stuff that I write and relate to. So I'm excited to be able to share that.
It's me. I think Sakari's going to kill me for saying this, but she's not here, and I don't care. But she totally tricked me into composing and writing. We met about a year ago, and I was like, I'm not interested in writing. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, no. Then we somehow ended up in a practice room in NYU, and I was composing something. And then we wrote a very short musical, and The River's Me was something that she just had in her drawer. I think she had tried to write it before, and I read it, and I couldn't say no. It's been an interesting journey to figure out like what type of music like lives in me and like where it comes from. So I'm from the South. I grew up in the church, and so everything that I'm writing is like very infused with gospel and like improv, R&B. It's just been fun to like hear that like live and like come out. Something that I didn't even know was there. So that's been fun.
It's big magic.
It's big magic.
You gotta read it.
I gotta read it. I think I bought that for my mom actually.
No, read it. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. Well, you just described big magic.
Great. I could have written the book.
You guys have all these secret connections at this table. Like, I feel it. I feel it.
And you can get big magic.
Publicist over here.
We, for our show Elysium, I think a big inspiration for it was growing up in a town where I lived on a cul-de-sac as a kid, and I would always see the houses kind of lit up at night, and I always wondered, like, this is kind of creepy, but like, what's going on behind that? And I think that that's a very common thing that we explore. I think facades are just something that are always fascinating. And you get out, I'm sure you know this, but you get out kind of into the rural areas, and these houses get farther and farther apart.
Yeah.
And it's, you end up kind of living on this island where and that was sort of the start of the whole story, was the question, what happens if no one can hear you? What happens if you're in this town, but in that moment you might as well be the only person on earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was what launched the whole exploration. Yeah. Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, this collaboration that we have, because Yanni's from Ohio and I'm from New Jersey. And so I grew up where everything was very close together, and we all have a house in a little square backyard, and it's like everything's very sandwiched together. And when we were in Ohio, I got to actually sort of see what this atmosphere of our own show feels like, and we would take drives through Ohio while we were working there, and it's so funny how locations, cities, atmospheres have a sort of music to them. And so I think I was inspired by actually being immersed in the actual environment,
And we hit a deer.
Oh
We
yeah.
hit a deer. We were driving, and she jumped out from nowhere, and just like, and he or she ran away, and I was like shaking because I was driving, and this guy got out of the car behind me. He's like, "You guys all right?" We were like, "Yeah." He goes, "Looks like you're having venison tonight." And I was like, "No, I think he lived." And the guy was like, "No, he's gonna die. You killed him." And I was like, "That's so unfortunate." And there was deer hair in my headlight for a few weeks. How did we get here?
Come see Lily.
Whoa, Ohio guys.
Yeah.
So a lot of you have done your own shows at 54 Below before, or done songs at 54 Below before. Do you have a favorite memory from being here in the past? Is there anything that you performed here before that you'll be reprising? Or do you just want to share like a favorite moment that might be on YouTube, or that just was a memory from being here previously?
My favorite moment was, there's a song that we wrote in our last musical called The Cobaltians. It was about these 5 best friends from Ohio, but they were these 5 young men, and in one of the songs, one of the characters, like, it's kind of like an anthem. They're like kind of like, they're singing their anthem, and one of the characters sort of admits to smoking pot, and my mom was in the audience, and I was just like,
And Yanni was.
I was performing in that song, and I just managed to slip in a sorry mom during that, and it got a big laugh. But then I like talked to my mom afterward, and I was like, not a lot though. I was like, I'm sorry. But that was, I think, my favorite moment. I love you, Mom. You're great. Yeah.
Cool. That's funny.
When I do concerts, I like to sneak in a new song from a new show, and I have a song in the light called Rise or Fall, and Jeremy Jordan debuted it here, and it's the old version of it, and it went on YouTube, and like his fans went crazy, and it went everywhere, and I get sheet music requests all the time, but it's not out yet because it's completely different now in the show, and now it's a duet. And so we'll be premiering the new version of it here, so you can check out Jeremy's Rise or Fall on YouTube now, but then come back here for the 2 voices doing it.
Cool. And you have some like great people in your concert that you lined up already. All of you guys do.
When is this
Oh,
happening?
that's a great question.
When is this premiere? When is this?
You know what? Let's keep it in the vault, and like you can check out 54below.com /new writers. See what you get.
If this is broadcast in like a month, I can tell you, but I don't think we can say.
Okay,
Because
it's
it'll
a
be
secret for now. But it's great. It's good.
Well, I mean, I would say, much like this one, my favorite part of the last time we were here, which was in 2014,
Yeah.
we did a concert of Pregnancy Pact, our musical.
Oh yeah.
Which was spoken about in the previous video with the
Oh, really?
writers. Our love for it was spoken about.
Oh, thank you. So, and I just think we had done a bunch of developmental steps of that show, and it was amazing to get to kind of blend all of those casts and see all these people we loved, who we'd worked with over years, come together and sing it all, sing through the whole score. And a lot of those people are going to be back with us this time, which is exciting. Yeah.
Do we need to keep that in the vault, or do you want to tell us some of those folks?
Oh gosh. People like Phoebe Stroll, and now I'm trying to compare the lists. Phoebe and Amy Linden and Ali Benito, our regulars, Ellen Macy.
You guys have like a 20-person cast, so I
Yeah.
can't remember everybody.
Yeah,
For sure.
but it's exciting.
I'm a newbie. I've never done anything here.
That's
Don't-
so exciting.
Don't do anything
Welcome.
small. Just come out in a large way.
That's hilarious.
That's super exciting.
That's awesome.
It is exciting. It's something.
Take a photo from the stage with the
Yeah.
audience the first time.
Perfect. Done.
When we first met about this show, we had a whole photo shoot with Troy and Sukari, his writing partner. So now I feel like you've been here because I have like 40 pictures of you
Oh,
guys
that's
like with
amazing.
54 below in the background.
I hope it's on your desktop.
It is.
It's on
I
the
think
wall.
because they're so funny. We're good
Screensaver.
pictures. Yeah.
You've made it to the wall.
Oh my gosh, you really don't know what's going to happen at this concert. You really don't. We showed up here for a short meeting and ended up doing a full photo shoot.
It was exciting.
That's awesome. The entire office was full.
Yeah, we did a show here a few years back. We wrote the standalone song called "When the River Runs Low," and it's a song about Hickey, which is really funny. But we started the show with that song, and Charity Angel Dawson sang it, and she's in Waitress right now, and she's just kind of like my muse. She's just a woman is amazing, who will also be back with us in August.
There are at least like 8 cast members from Waitress that are in one of the new
Yeah,
writing shows. So
that
thank
is-
you, cast of Waitress.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you.
Gotta go back to
Sarah
Steven.
Russ.
Yes, right, Sarah Ross is coming. Yeah. But it was so fun because we just started with the vamp and like sat in that vamp for almost 5 minutes, and it was so fun just getting the crowd revved up and excited, and then she just took that stage and was like, "I'm owning you." And so it was so fun to start that song, or start that concert with that song. We're actually going to do it again, but in a different arrangement, and somebody else will sing it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. But that was just such a fun moment because the crowd just like finally like went, okay, it was cool.
So here's a challenge. You all run into a stranger on the street who's like the ideal audience member for your show, but they actually know nothing about it or you. How do you sell them your show in one sentence? And talk to our audience out there as though they're the stranger. You have to sell them on your show. What is it about in one sentence? What can they expect?
The concert or the musical?
The concert that you're going to be doing at 54 Below.
Social justice.
Just punctuating it with a little clap.
I just think you're gonna live your whole life. Like you're gonna laugh and maybe cry and maybe run around the room and shout. That's what will happen.
It's hard to know. Can I just say ditto? I think a friend of ours once referred to our work as aggressively empathetic. And I think that kind of encapsulates the 3 shows that we are sharing material from. Aggressive empathy.
Well, if you've ever struggled with your own inner demons and want a hooky earworm,
That's like
Come see us.
a good blend of two things.
Like, my Yandura.
Are we the last concert?
No.
No. we're
You're close to the
it.
end. Yeah, yeah.
So nobody wants the summer to end. So come see our concert, and we'll try really hard to make the night last forever.
That's the song.
I love that.
Bring your bathing suits.
2, 3, 4.
That is amazing. Great. So before we say goodbye to audiences at home who should all check out 54below.com/new writers, I'll keep saying it. Is there anything else that you want the audience to know about your concert, about you, about your summer, about your day-to-day? Anything at all you'd like to say to the people out there?
I have an album coming out in September featuring all your favorite Broadway singers, and I'm so proud of it. We've been working on it for a year. It's coming out September 15th. You can check it out from our website.
That's great. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to hear it. Crying, weeping.
Yes.
You know, Yanni and I are just a couple years out of our undergrad years. And this place has, I feel like, not to sound jaded at all, but I feel like this, through watching things as a college student and then having a chance to perform here, I've been able to track a lot of growth through 54 Below. And 54 Below is a place that I think plants many seeds of incredible new art and sort of keeps this ball rolling in this city. It's sort of like at the core of that movement. And so I guess I just want you all out there to continue to support the arts and continue to support this and new work.
And sharing all those videos that Shoshana and Ben post and like that go viral from here, which is amazing. Like keep on sharing.
Like this is how musical theater is spreading.
Yeah.
And this is how people are getting to know new music and new musicals.
Which is exciting.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And also I'll say, like, thank you guys for performing your work here and for, like, letting us present
Thanks for
it with
asking
you.
us.
And, like,
Thank you for having
Yeah.
us.
it's so
When I
nice.
got that email, I was like, oh my god,
I know. It was too.
I was like, you guys are including me.
And it really is. It's like 15 super exciting concerts, and everyone has really different voices and comes from different places. And I think that they're going to be like the best part of your summer. So come check these guys out. Come check the whole series out. 54below.com/new writers. See you.
Jen Tepper.